Okay, so in 3 minutes, I'm going to make the elevator speech. This is the proposal. Look at the whole population of the world as a big group standing in a big sphere. So everyone together forms this big circle with people in the middle too. It's completely full. Maybe it's 100 miles across or something. But somehow magically they can transport there for this game that we're going to play called the consent game. Okay, so you're going to divide around questions. You're going to divide this clock, flat clock with everyone in it, 1 o'clock to 12 o'clock, or divide it in fourths or thirds or halves. So just to get started, men and women, you get to choose, right? We're not going to try to figure it out. You pick which side you are in terms of your identity. Now you can pick, if you want, which side you'd like to be on. If you want to cross the line, right on, do that. Okay. Older than 18, younger than 18. Well, 18 and younger, and then the rest. Everybody older than 18. Just divide. Boom. Done. Okay. I will not kill you for no good reason. I will not kill you. Put it another way, I will only kill you for a very good reason. And even that I'm not sure, but I will not kill you for no good reason. I won't kill you for no good reason. Okay, divide up. That's it. No discussion. Shit. So you quickly you start okay, and then you divide it up into say eighths. Okay, all the way on that consent level, right? You can figure out someone who's so crazy they'll kill you just because they'll do it for a dime. Okay, for whatever reason, not relevant. Okay, so you divide it up, you have those people sit in circle. One person from each of those 8, or, divide it in fourths, 2 from each fourth. So everybody's represented in terms of that question, where they are in that continuum. And maybe there's 8 answers, I don't know what they are, I'll kill you because my dad raped me, if you remind me of him. It's the right to kill amendment of the stupid retard Constitution. Anyway, so you can divide in 8s and just never meet in groups of bigger than 8. Send 1 per 4. For every 4 persons, make sure 1 person represents you, and meet in groups that are 4 to 8. And just, it's not important how often you can meet online, whatever. Just get the whole 16 layers of groups, double linked. 8 send 2. 8 send 2, 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 16 times, boom! On the 16th day, 8 people represent the whole world on any particular and every particular question. You have 1 rep, you know who that person is, 16 choices away from where you are, if you're at the bottom and you want to work chosen, and only 1/4 will be chosen, but they're not leaders, they're representatives of what? Of our consent, and we divide it into those pie thing, so we know we are in agreement with this hunk of people, and whatever that is what it is, and we're 85%. Without even debatable. We're 85% that we're talking about here. 2/3 people on the planet are earning less than the average worldly income, which is something like $10,200 a year. So everyone less than that, 2/3 people on the planet, they're all ready to go. 2/3. Then of the 1/3 that's left, half of them are women. Almost all of them don't want to kill for no good reason. They're moms. And then this 20% of the men, because 20% just get this as soon as I say it. Okay, so 20% of the men that are left. So you've got 66% plus 16% plus whatever. It's in the high 80s, okay, low 90s. It's just, obviously this is just flying out of my ass here. Because you could never, there's so many variables, but you get a feeling that what I'm saying is true. Because that's how you live in your small life. That's how you live in the tiny life that you live. So that was 3 minutes. Thank you for coming. I may go on a little bit because this is a fun exercise. So I'm gonna have a drink of water. So a thought I had today, which is interesting, is that, of course this was done before the internet. I mean, was imagined. I mean, everyone knows there's only two settings, right? Rape and non-rape. There's just two settings. Consent culture and non-consent culture. If you want to be in and will be held in the loving kindness of the culture of love, of kindness, of common sense, of civility, then yes. And if you're not, then you're in that 15% or so of people who either own, this outrageous amount of stuff or are indebted to them. And therefore take their side even though, they either know or feel or something that it's nonsense. And so now we can have a dialogue between the 85% and the 15%, and we don't have to find some mechanism to hear that dialogue. We know what it is, okay? We know what it is. I want to live. And I think the highest level of consent would be something like a life that's equivalent to yours. I think a lot of poor people would say, no, that's bullshit. I mean, equivalence is so much more than what we have. It's so much more fun. Okay? For everybody. And so that becomes the conversation that the loved and the unloved being the rich and the loved being the 85%, just a hummingbird, amazing. That becomes the conversation that we begin to have, okay? And we make an offer, right? We already know what that offer is. We've always made that offer. I won't kill you for no good reason. Shall we live together? Shall we create a world together? And then your answer is what your answer is. But once you step over here, now I'm talking to you who are still here. What we have to offer that 15% is very simple. An offer of love they can't refuse. Okay? An offer of love that they cannot refuse. It's the offer, it's always been the offer. That's the offer that a loving parent gives his or her child, okay? My arms are not looking good here. I think you should have me lead a group in Tahiti. Let's meet in Tahiti. Okay, the first global 16, top 16. My proposal is in whatever, we do it in 16 days. There's a meeting in Tahiti. And you fly me. Oh, I don't even need to be there. It's every meeting is self-monitored. Okay? Okay? The meetings are self-monitored. That's how we know if it's in process. Okay, I know I must sound like such a freak. But somebody would look back and go, remember when Benjamin Franklin put that, probably an apocryphal story, big word for you, key on the string on the kite and discovered, quote, whatever, electricity? Well, this is the new electricity. This is called consent. Global family consent. Live a life of interwoven consent. Okay, which means you get to be safe. and you get to feel love. That's our God. That's always been our God. That which we need is always a part of our prayer. And just because that need is being met doesn't mean that if that need weren't being any need, somehow sooner or later you're going to want what? That consent, that safety, that health, that first chakra need for health to be met. So that's how it goes. First chakra, alimentary tract, pooping and eating, and everything in between, and makes that happen. First chakra. Okay, digestive tract. Take it out, set it aside for a second. Okay, it is what it is. That's our first, that's like, we have to be alive. It's related to the lungs, obviously. First shot, the things that a reptile has, the skeleton, our physicality that a snake has, that sort of skeletal aliveness like a plant has, or a bacteria, or a virus has. Just barely alive, that part of us, not at all sophisticated. First chakra. Second chakra is just, your desire to be connected. It starts out sexual. Sorry to sound like a Presbyterian minister, I just got very shy there. Dan Savage, save me! That part of you that is just loving, sexual, cozy, with the line, obviously, appropriate line being drawn, because it's all about you are part of that other. Okay, this is a child-parent bond that we're talking about constellating here. Okay, and it goes both ways. Do you want to step into the dance of consent, or do you not want to? And that's a sexual thing, it's every kind of thing. Do you want, step one is I won't kill you for no good reason. Step two is I won't fuck you for no good reason. I won't fuck you for no good reason. Hey, that's the end of rape culture. Just like that. And everyone needs to be on the record around this one, okay? So you need to step out of your cop cruelty rapey and your mafia cruelty rapey too. Those who obey, those who enforce unjust laws, and those who unjustly fight unjust laws. Okay, there's just 4 choices there. Choose the one that you're going to enforce just laws. Okay? On the Venn diagram of 4. Get out of those other ones. I don't even want to go over what they are. You want to enforce just laws, just like a momocracy, yoniocracy, penisocracy, equalocracy, zeroocracy. Start always with zero consent, zero consent, and then make it into a heart if you want to, But that's the big step. Okay, I didn't get to the third one. Really is power. Okay, that's sort of choice. You start to have will, whatever. Okay, we're starting to get into the lower parts of the brain like a dog has. Okay? But the dog has heart too. But for us, making the heart leap to the global level is our next evolutionary step. Okay, that sounds really simple when I say it, but it is not simple. It's not trivial just because you understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying, I know that's what I just said is what every religion always says. And then they also say the next thing, now build the kingdom of God. Sexist way of putting it. Now build the reign of your higher power. Okay? Get away from the theocratic way of talking. And by reign, I mean your higher power is really your heart. It's love. It's that kind of cocker spaniel, beautiful, lovey Siamese cat love. Okay? And here's where our culture is stuck. The bottom 3 chakras and the top 3 chakras. And we have to build this connection. That's what female ejaculation is about. It's a whole other story, but a lot of you probably have figured this one out by now, okay? And this is what breath work is about. And I'm trying to be really pedantic and boring here and not mean. Although I get scared, so I do get angry. But the proposal on the table, let's be really clear about it. Oh my God. 16 minutes. I'll talk it in 2 more minutes. The proposal on the table is really simple. Step into the circle, select 2 people, and for the next 16 days, meet in those groups, and we just keep doing it. Okay? Or maybe do it, every month. Go through it every month. You do it 12 times a year. You have a day off between meetings or travel. And the whole thing, all the meetings, all the time, are always happening in real time for everybody who can get to a computer. Okay? That's the proposal. Shoot me. No, don't.